Hi and a very good day. So in this video session I want to discuss about cyclical component. Okay, and this particular component we can define by rise and falls of the series over unspecified period of time. Okay, that's the difference of cyclical component and seasonal component. And also it's usually around a long run trend. So that's why we need a good quite a long observation to detect this particular component. And this cyclical component may reflect expansion and contraction pattern of the country economy. When we identify the cyclical component in time of expansion, this movement will usually on the upper side of the trend line and vice versa. So how do we determine this? So we identify based on the residual method and the relative cyclical residual method. These two particular methods are being discussed in your textbook. Right, so let's take a look at on how we generate this based on your our example here. Alright, so let's take a look back again. There are actually two components. For the residual method, we take a look at the percentage of trend. So it means that you need to estimate the trend first before you calculate this residual method. So let's take a look at our previous example. The residual method. This is actually the value that we generate based on our previous trend line. For residual method, I drag. And then residual method. The formula is yt over tt. Yt, the actual value over the trend component, the estimated trend component times 100. Then you drag. So this is particularly the value. So since that we use the percentage, over 100. Over 100 means that there is actually an expansion. For this time period, there is expansion period. Below 100, as example here, it is on incident of recession and so on. But again, we need to investigate, is it what happened in this particular period. And one thing, another method we can use relative cyclical residual. The formula, I just put relative CR as example. So the formula is yt minus the actual value minus the trend over the trend component time 100. So for this particular relative cyclical residual, we look at whether our series our relative cyclical residual have positive or negative value. So if it positive, we say it is an expansion period. If negative, contraction period, and so on. Now we will plot our series accompanied with the residual method that we calculate and also the relative cyclical residuals. Alright, so we add select data, add Yeah, original series. Right. Okay. Right. And then you add the residual method. Okay. And then we add the relative cyclical residual. Okay. Alright, so we edit the x-axis to represent as here. Alright, okay. So this is basically okay. Then add trend line. Okay. Okay, so based on this, as example here, okay, so we say that, is there any way to put the sheet? Okay, so we say that for this particular period, okay, okay, because it is okay above 100, and this particular is cyclical residual is in a positive value. Okay, for this particular period, we have an expansion even when we plot our trend line and we see the original series is above our trend line. Okay, that's how we look at this cyclical component. Okay, and we can put again. Okay, so here negative, negative, positive as example. Okay, right. So below trend line it is okay, and there might be a contraction here. Okay, during this particular period and so on. Okay, right. So I think that's all for this video. Okay, thank you for listening. Okay, have a good day. Bye.